Get strong.
Hello everyone and welcome back for another Magic the Gathering Commander deck profile. Now today we're going to be doing an updated Doran the Siege Tower. Now you guys have seen late last year, 2023, I uploaded Doran the Siege Tower and that seemed to do very well. It's been almost a year, might be what, 10 maybe 11 months since I've uploaded that video. So I thought I'll give you my updated deck profile. I did play this deck for the Duskmourn, the Duskmourn Commander Pie that happened this weekend. The deck's been built for just over 2 weeks. I've been playing it pretty much non-stop. So I do believe that this is, in my personal opinion, better than the last build in terms of, I say fun. It's kind of more fun to play. So let's get straight into the deck profile. So here we are, Doran the Siege Tower. Now I decided to fit the spooky theme. I bought the most spooky looking Doran, and I found the Lord of the Rings Doran the Siege Tower, aka Treebeard, Eldest of Ents. Now I really like Doran. I want to try and get all of his art, so I need to find the Secret Lair one. But those who have never really seen Doran Siege Tower, this is what he normally looks like. Yeah, this is also my original printing. Like I say original, this is my first printing of Doran I've got. It is from the list, so I don't have the original, but this is still good. But yeah, the whole point of this deck is you don't attack with your power, you attack with your toughness. And you know, tree folks, they have pretty big butts, and I do not lie. So I think, but it doesn't always do combat. It's just each creature assigns combat damage equal to its power rather than its toughness. So yeah, big ol' spooky tree boy. So I do run a fair few. I just dropped a. What did I just drop? Was it a tree folk or non-tree folk? Ah, it was a non-tree folk. We're good. I'll be sad if I dropped one of my tree folks. So yeah, majority of creatures are tree folk. There are like 5, maybe 6 that are non-tree folks, but still. So let's get into the profile. So to help with their mana costs, we'll use Bosk Bannerment. So tree folk and shamans cost 1 less. 2-drop, 1/3. Tree folk Harbinger enters the battlefield. Search for a tree folk or forest and put on top of your library. Now, Dongrove Elder has hexproof and its power toughness are equal to the number of forests I control. Pretty simple. The same is said for Dauntless Doorbark. Its power toughness is equal to the number of forests you control, and as long as I control another tree folk, he gets trample. So that's really nice. And then we got Twin Grove, which again, power toughness equal to the number of forests I have. You can see the theme of these 3 forests. But also when it comes in, it creates a token copy of itself. So effectively, we get 2 of them. 2 big trees. Now you guys have seen, I use this in my Radagast the Brown. Chance that might be an updated deck profile coming in the near future, so keep an eye out for that. Because we did get a new tree folk in Duskmourn. That tree folk actually isn't in this deck, because the power of my trees are little weenies. And yeah, but Radagast though, oh, big punches. Then we have the tree folk with land walk. So if I've got a forest, swamp or plains, this has that land walk, so if I attack my opponent, they have a forest, they can't block him. Most people actually get this guy as a thing. Like sure, he's pretty old, he hasn't had a reprint, I don't think ever, so most people forget he exists. But no, he is very scary being a 2/6. He is a 5-drop, so you're not gonna see him like soon. But you have him in opening hand. At least you have a turn 5 go. We have Harvest Celebrant. This card is 2. You can't see the mana value. Let me just move everything aside. There we go. So here's 2 green next. So enters the battlefield with a number of X1 counters on it equal to the amount of mana spent on it. Remove a 1/1 counter for Pib and prevent all damage that will be dealt this turn to another target creature with a 1/1 counter on it. Now, I do have ways in the deck to give my guys 1/1 counters, but at the end of the day, he just becomes a really beefy boy. Now, we like really beefy tree folks. Next is the Leaf Crowned Elder. Man, that's a lot of glare. That is actually quite a lot of glare. Hang on, there we go. So, Leaf Crowned Elder is a 4-drop, 3/5, but it's got Kingship, so beginning of my upkeep. I may look at top card of my library. If it's a creature with the same typing, so either a tree folk or shaman, I get to put it onto the battlefield without paying its mana cost. And then I draw for turn and do my turn. So you can actually get like a really expensive tree folk out like after the time. There is, unfortunately, sometimes it whiffs, but when it doesn't, it matters a lot. Also makes me happy that next year we're going back to the land of the tree folk. Lorwyn? Probably not how you say that. But yeah, I'm actually really excited for when we go there. It's part of the return sets. So far that's all we know. We don't really have a release date. We do know of the year, that's about it. Then we have Quick Beam Upstart Ent. This guy is from the Lord of the Rings Universes Beyond. When he or another tree folk enters the battlefield on your control, up to 2 target creatures gets +2/+2 and gains trample to the end of turn. Now, I didn't feel this card was really worth playing when I did my last tree folk deck profile, but then I had another think, and giving more of my trees trample is very important. Because yeah, they're not going to do much if they just hit 1/1 blockers. No damage will go through, so I decided to add him in, and he's nice. He has 6 mana though, but being able to give up to 2 target creatures +2/+2 and trample to the other turn, I think it's worth. Then we have the Grave Gardener. So whenever a non-token creature you control dies and return it to the battlefield face down, under its owner's control is a forest land. So if one of your tree folks die, one of the smaller tree folks die, it's fine, they become a land, so that's another resource. Timber Protector does, as I say, it protects your tree folks and forests. It gives all other tree folks +1/+1, and all other tree folks and all forests are indestructible. So most of the time I will try and make this guy unkillable by giving it, boots, give it self-protection, that kind of stuff. You don't really want to see Timber Protector die. He himself has had a reprint the same as Doran the Siege Tower in this kind of artwork. I can't remember the exact set. I think it's from the holiday set, Lord of the Rings holiday set. So he does have one of those, but that's like £18 at the moment. At one point I do want to deck this deck out with so many Lord of the Rings artwork. At some point, maybe in the near future. So, then we have Orchard Warden. So whenever a tree folk enters the battlefield under my control, I gain life equal to its toughness. Trees have big toughness, so I should gain a lot of life. Izaru Channeler, a 4/6 with reach. This is the only creature in the deck that has reach printed on it. The rest don't. And that's really annoying since they're really tall trees. You'd think they have reach. But no, this is the only one in the deck that has reach printed as a keyword. Yeah, it's a little bit bum. So creature spells cost X less. Sorry. Yeah, it costs X less where X is the amount of life you gain this turn. So you had this on board, you then summon this. Ooh, I gained 6 life. My true throw, well, my creatures cost X colorless less. And then you can, like, next turn, tap him, gain 2 life. Oh look, creatures cost 2 less. Yeah, it is handy for like some of the big tree folks, like the next one I'm about to show you, which is a big old 7-drop mana. I think it is the highest mana value card in the deck. Yeah, he is. He is the biggest mana value creature in the deck, being Fangorn, Tree Shepherd. Now, Fangorn gives all my tree folks vigilance. Whenever one or more tree folks you control attack, add twice that much green mana. And you don't lose green mana, well, green unspent mana as phase and at steps and phase and end. So I could, theoretically, like I have a forest, right? I attack with him, and yeah, we'll attack with him. Oh look, I gain 1 whole green mana. That's nice. And then during the end phase, what I can do, or any end phase, I say if I have like 2 unspent lands, allow green, I can tap them. Oh look, I now have 3 floating green. That doesn't disappear. And with tree folks being very high in mana costs, having floating green mana actually really helps a lot. I probably said the same in my last profile, but yeah, Fangorn is, I think he's such a cheap card. He is really a cheap card. I even have him in the, that's the wrong one. Where is he? I know I have him in this artwork somewhere. Where are you, Fangorn? You're here somewhere, you little... You in this pile right here? Maybe, actually. He might be in my pile with... That's a Fido, that's a Pokemon. Might be... Oh wait, there he is. There he is, found him. So yeah, I do have him in this artwork too. Hang on. So yeah, I do have him in this artwork. It's really nice. Oh my god. Okay, we're back. We are back. So yeah, I do have him in his artwork. But I kind of like prefer this because he's stomping on a orc and it's just funny. While this one, he is literally just destroying everything. Big ups for Todd for gifting me this card. Appreciate. So the next is the only tree folk in the deck that doesn't have any abilities or keywords. Just because he's in here, because he's a 2/10 with 4 mana. Behold my ancients, indomitable ancients. That's nothing else, it is 2 white pips, 2 colorless pips for a 2/10. He's a very funny boy, I love him. I didn't use him in the last profile, I didn't really have the room, but I made room. I 100% made room for this card because I think he is absolutely hilarious to play here. Goodest boy. Now we get on to the multicolored tree folks. So Favorable Elder, he helps for mana ramp. I am actually still using Treebeard, Gracious Host, because he is really insane for a 4-drop. I've actually debated on using him like as the commander, but then I do lose out on a lot of cards that say hit with the booty. So he might come out. I might do a profile of just lifelink Treebeard, maybe. Let me know if you guys want to see that. But yeah, if I do, I will lose out like Ancient, Luminat, and obviously Doran Siege Tower. It's basically Doran Siege Tower, but each creature I control with toughness greater than its power, attacks, those times you're gonna attack. So this only affects me, while Doran affects everyone. I also lose Old Man Willow, which is power toughness equal to number of lands I control. Lands are the big thing, it's not just forests. I've never really used his second effect, being whenever he attacks, you may sacrifice another target creature. another creature or token, when you do, target creature and opponent controls gets -2/-2 to the end of the turn. I've never really had that. I've never really had any real tokens to sack. Sure, like I have some guys like my Twin Grove and Treebeard, they make tokens, but it's not really worth just doing a 2/2. Then we have Coroner, the last eel. He was actually my original, I say original, he was my second commander option. Hey, what are you barking at? Just my dog in the corner. He was actually, I think he was my second. I decided to add the white in the deck, so I could play him. I don't think I ever did a profile of... Did I do a profile of this guy? I don't think I ever did. No. He's a Vigilance... Oh, I forgot he also has Reach, but I hardly ever see him in the deck. Vigilance Reach. When he or another creature you control dies, return up to one target creature card with lesser toughness from your graveyard to your hand. So he can start recycling cards, well, recycling creatures from a bit to my hand as long as they have a certain amount of toughness. And yeah, this was my first, and then we have the Sapling. This is, I think this was my first. I tried this, and then Doran the Siege Tower. So I guess it kind of went in this direction. But is a 5-drop, 2/5 indestructible, and when he attacks, I reveal the top card of my library. If it's a creature, I lose life equal to its power and gain life equal to its toughness, and I get that added to my hand. If it's not a creature, it just goes back on the top of the deck. Yeah. So that's it for creatures. I say creatures, that's it for the tree folk side of creatures. Now for the non-tree folks, which there are 5? Yeah, there are 5. 5 non-tree folk creatures. So we have Dryad. This is both a creature and a land, so this can be your land per turn. And a creature, so it can block, and next turn you will be able to tap it for mana. Sylvan, Defender, Hexproof, adds 1 mana of any color. Elvish Piper, which allows me to pay a green tap and pull in a creature from my hand on the battlefield. I use this a lot in Radagast. And you know me, I still have this card. I still have the tree, which is a 0/13 Defender with tap, exchange target opponent's life with this card's power, with this card's toughness. If it said power, goddamn, this would be busted and probably banned. Because it makes someone immediately lose the game, but yeah. Someone's life becomes 13, this card's toughness becomes whatever that opponent's life was. And then we have the Dryad that is the same as Orchard Warden, except this doesn't for any creature entering the battlefield. You gain life equal to its toughness. You also pay 3 tap and populate, so you can create a token copy of another token. Yeah. I do want to get more Elvish Pipers. I feel like I should get more. It's quite cheap right now. Thank you, reprints from Lord of the Rings. So now we go to creatures. We go to artifacts. So we have, it's a commander deck. So we're running Soaring, Arcane Signet, Held Horn. Just because you can call Tree Folk and look at top card. Ooh, Tree Folk, go from my hand. And also makes them cost 1 less. You can replace this with Urza's Incubator, but I kind of like this. I kind of prefer the Horn over Urza's Incubator. It feels like it does more. Also running Talisman of Unity and Talisman of Resistance, just for the extra kind of mana. Running this card, this armor, Belb's armor. So you pay X, you tap it, target creature gets -X plus X to the end of the turn. So I can tap, well, I can pay like 5, tap it. My Tree Folk will gain, well, I'll target my Tree Folk and it'll gain -X plus X. So yeah, it'll -5 and +5, making the booty even bigger to hit with. And the next artifact is kind of controversial. controversial really. I know how much it is, not everyone can afford one. But if you bought the bundle box, then you're kind of fine. It is the one ring. It's in here originally because of draw power, because Tree Folks didn't have that much in the way of draw. So I put the one ring in, and it's pretty good. Even if you have like tons of bird encounters, you should be fine with the amount of life you're gaining back with your Tree Folks. And then for the last one, it is an equipment. We are running a single Swift Boots, just because of the hexproof. Yeah, it is nuts how much this card's going for. Even though this is the promo, this card's going for like £88 or €88 depending on where you live. But yeah, this card is just insane. It seems like it keeps going up and up. Now for the instances. Obviously, running one of the best removal cards in the game, Swords Plowshare. I'm also using Family Reunion from Ixalan, just because, like, I don't care about the +1/+1s. I care about my creatures getting hexproof to the end of the turn. That's what we care about. A new card being Reforced to Yield, which target creature gets +2/+7 to the end of the turn, and then you untap it. So yeah, it's just bigger boys, really. Just bigger boys with bigger butts. A Beast Within to remove a target permanent, and they create a +3. They create a 3/3 beast. Heroic Intervention to protect my permanents. Black Sun's Twilight, so I can remove give target creature a neg X, and then if X is greater than 5, or if it's 5 or more, I put a creature for my bin with that much mana onto the battlefield tapped. And since I have a bunch of ramp and ways of tripling my mana, that shouldn't be that hard to do. And then we're running Eldrim's Call, search for life before creature, put your hand, Mortify and Putrefy to get rid of artifacts, creatures, enchantments. Anguish Unmaking, again exiling an online permanent, you lose 3 life. Death Sprout, destroy a creature, you get a land for it. Well, you get to destroy an opponent's creature and you get to put a basic land onto your battlefield. That's pretty good. Grim Contest, so you choose a creature you control and creature your opponent controls, they then fight each other with their toughness. So yeah, that's a lot of interaction and removal in the instances, but I think it's valid. I think it's worth. I think it's fine. Now for the sorceries, we go for a deck tutor to search for enchantments. I run a fair few. I think I run like 10 enchantments in the deck. Grim Tutor, just search card, pretty much just search any card I want. Night's Whisper to draw cards. I may lose 2 life, but in this deck 2 life is nothing. Toxic Deluge for my former board wipe. As long as my creatures are like more, if they've got like 6 health, I usually pay 5 life to give everything else next 5. It's usually what I use it for. I don't really lose anyone, but my opponents lose almost everything. Sylvan Scrying, I search for a land. Cultivate, I search for 2 basic lands, one on the battlefield tapped, the other into my hand. Green Sun Zenith, search a life before a creature, put onto the battlefield, and then you shuffle this into the deck. Last March of the Ents, I always have this in my Tree Folk now because the card is insane. It can't be countered, an 8-drop card that can't be countered, so you're fine by casting it, you don't have to worry about counter spells. You draw cards equal to the greatest toughness among creatures you control, and then you get to put any number of permanents, any number of creatures onto the battlefield from your hand. The card's insane, and the fact you can't counter it is even more insane. I think the card was at the time, last time I looked, it was going for like £10. I think I bought this for like 5, I think, at one point in time. For the last sorcery, it is a this ultimatum, which allows you to put to put each number of permanent cards with different names from your grave into the battlefield. So yeah, all those Tree Folks you got rid of, nah, they're coming back. all my opponents you've blown up are going back to the battlefield, and it's nuts. Especially since I think Saturday I had Orchard. Was it Orchard Warden? Yeah, it was Orchard Warden. Had it on Boiler Field. I cast this card and I gained so much life. That's how I got to like over 140 health. Now for the enchantments. Brave the Sands. My creatures have vigilance and they can block an additional creature. Stone Skin, because we want to make sure that my guys have bigger booties. Angelic Cortus. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under my control, I gain life equal to toughness. Phyrexian Arena to help with draw. I don't care about the one life I lose each turn. Behind the scenes, still running this card because it gives my creature Skulk, so my commander always has Skulk. Assault Formation to make sure that just in case I don't have Doran out, my guys can still hit with their butts. Spider Silk Armor to help with the fact that only 2 of my tree folks in the deck have the keyword reach printed on them. Kind of same for Assemble of the Entmoot, gives my creatures reach, but I can sacrifice it and create 3 tapped XX tree folks where X is the amount of life I gained. The highest I've done is 19s. Again, this was Saturday because I gained like 19 health from casting the Ultimatum, and I sacked it to gain 3 1919s. Sure, they came in tapped, but still pretty good. I used them to attack next turn. It was good. A Guardian project, so I can keep drawing the tree. So I can keep draw every time I play Tree Folk. And the Virtual Strength, which if I would tap a basic land, instead of gaining 1 mana, I'll gain a total of 3 whole mana. So, yeah, mana ramp. Mana ramp in the deck of big boys. Oh, who would have thought? There have been times where before putting it in, there were times that I don't have mana to do anything. And then I add this, like, oh, I've got so much mana, I can't do anything with them. So I start adding the X cards, which actually has helped allow me to do some more plays. And now we go on to the lands. So of course when running Commander deck, we have dank looking Command Tower. Unclaimed Territory, we'll call Tree Folk, Sandstep Citadel, and the Triumph. The one that's a plain, swamp, and forest. We're also running 2 shocklands, being Temple Garden and Overgrown Tomb. Then we're running the Sun Petal Grove and Isolated Chapel. So I have access to green, white, and black. Like I should have these coming in untapped every turn, because the amount of cards I have that are either plain, swamp, and forests. Yeah, it's a lot. Like, most of the mana in this deck is green. Most of the mana produced in this deck is green, obviously, because Tree Folks are majority green. Murmuring Bosk, Brushlands, Cave of Colossus, and Lenore Waters. These are all lands that, when you tap them for color other than the main color, well, for these ones it's Colossus, for this is green. If I tap for any other card, they're attached to me. That's fine. That's fine. We gained so much life. Next, we run a Fangorn Forest, aka Yagomaya Cradle, which makes all my lands, well, all lands on the battlefield forest in addition to their types. So it means that Dungrove Elder. No. Yeah, Dungrove Elder, Dauntless Doorbark, and Twingrove become massive. Because I only have like I only run like 6 basic lands. Then we have Temple of the False Gods, Reliquary Tower, Excess Tunnel, even Escape Tunnel to make sure that my commander won't be blocked, well, can't be blocked, and a landscape just because I can sack and search for other lands. So I am running like bunch load of like non-basic lands. I know most people who are running Tree Folks will make sure to have like a bunch load of basic forests. But I don't know, I kind of like how this plays. Sure, like, I only have like 3 creatures to say their game power, no, 4 creatures to say, no, 3 for forests and 1 for any lands, but it should be fine. It felt fine to me when I was playing the deck throughout the weekend. But yeah, basic lands, we're running 5 planes. I don't know why I couldn't say the word. 5 planes. Yes, 5 planes, 5 mouse swamps, and then 6 forests. I am also playing with. You know what? That's annoying me. These aren't these aren't in the same order. Oh, that annoys me a lot. That annoys me a lot. And you guys can tell, they're also Dan Munford lands. The old and the new. These are from Midnight Hunt, these are from Duskmourn. So I decided I'll just ram them together. Why not? Favorite artists and the two lands do in fact look pretty sick. So yeah. So that has been my Doran the Siege Tower Commander deck profile. Hope you guys have enjoyed the rant and also are intrigued of building Tree Folks yourself. Now, there are a bunch of other ways you can build Tree Folks. You can do Doran the Siege Tower, or you can do, or you can combine them with the Hobbits and play Hobbit Tree Folks with Treebeard, Gracious Host. You can do that. I've been tempted of doing that, but I also mean most of the good cards will come in the Halfling Tree Folk Commander deck, which doesn't go for cheap. It's a bit expensive, so sad times. But it might be worth me investing in it. Like, it might be cool playing Halfling Tree Folk, having Treebeard as a commander. I think it'd still be pretty hyped. Playing with Samwise. Well, both Samwise. I think that's the same. Yeah, I think Frodo's in there too. I think so. I think a Frodo. I think the white one's in there. But yeah. Hope you guys have enjoyed the video, and again, if you guys want to see some more Commander content, feel free to hit that subscribe and hit that bell to get notified when I upload new videos. My English is terrible today. I've been up since 6 AM. I'm tired. It's because of my doggo. I'll show chat doggo. Wait, I can't. Wrong camera. Damn it. So yeah. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.